So, week 9 of the NFL season is beginning today, so I'm going to be making my predictions and giving a preview of week 9. So, I'm going to do this every week. If you enjoy, please like and subscribe, and be on the lookout for my trade deadline target video coming out Friday. So, let's get into the predictions. Starting with Thursday Night Football, I have the Texans over the Jets. I feel like this one is a given. Even though the Texans just lost Stephon Diggs, the Texans are a lot better team, just defensively, offensively. Their offense is outplaying the Jets by a ton, and the Jets' defense has been absolutely lackluster. I believe that the Texans' defense could be able to lock down this Jets' offense. It all depends on if Breece Hall has a big game or not, because I think he's a big telltale factor within the difference of this game. The only reason they could win is trying to get out of this hole that they are currently in. Moving on to the matchup of the week, I have the Lions and the Packers, and I'm going to be taking the Lions over my Packers this week. And it's mainly because this team is not healthy going into this game. I feel like it would be a lot closer game if the Packers were healthy, but they have a lot of guys injured. Josh Jacobs is going to play, but he's a little banged up. Jordan Love is a question for this game. Jair Alexander is injured. Evan Williams is injured. Just a lot of injuries going around. The Lions are an absolute wagon. Their offense obliterated the Titans last week, and even though they don't have Jameson Williams, this offense is still as dynamic as it can possibly be. They're the better team going into this week, and I think if the Packers were fully healthy, they would win this game, especially it being in Lambeau, but I just don't see it happening this time around. The must-miss matchup of the week is the Patriots and the Titans, because honestly, who would want to watch this game unless you're a fan or you want to torture yourself? I'm going to be taking the Titans over the Patriots in this game, mainly because the Patriots' defense has been absolute Swiss cheese, and if Jacoby Brissett is the starter, I think the Titans are going to lock him down pretty easily, considering they have the best pass defense in the league. It's not like the Titans can't put up points, it's just not consistent. They've been going up against very good defenses, so if they face one that's a little lackluster, I think they can really put up a certain amount of points and win the game. My lock of the week, and if this fails, I have to do a punishment, so let's hope this is right. My lock of the week is going to be the Commanders over the Giants, and this one's very straightforward. The Commanders are an extremely high-powered offense, and their defense is only getting better each week. The only thing they got to do is stop Malik Neighbors, and they got to have a corner that can, or maybe even double team him to keep him from being a massive weapon. It's going to be hard to do, but I do think the Commanders come away with this one, even though it's a divisional matchup. There's just no view in my eyes that the Giants can come out and win this game. Even though they've had some close games with some pretty solid teams, they're not going to be able to hang with the Commanders, and if they do, it's not going to be a win. My upset of the week is going to be the Colts over the Vikings, and because Joe Flacco is playing, he is going to elevate that Colts offense by a ton. He just doesn't age, and he's consistently playing good ball, and the Vikings' defense has been very susceptible as of lately. The only thing that I think can stop this Colts offense, especially with how the Vikings play defense, which is a blitz-heavy defense, because they're going to force Joe Flacco to get the ball out quick. But Jonathan Taylor's a dog. They're going to feed him a lot. It's not like this Colts offense is bad, and the defense played very solid against the Texans last week. And the Vikings offense, was a little bit sleepy against the Rams last week. So if they don't figure it out, I think they're going to be in trouble. But I do expect Justin Jefferson to have a pretty big game. But if I get this right, this upset of the week, I don't have to do my punishment if I get the lock of the week wrong. So let's hope the Colts win this game for that and the sake of the Vikings losing. My player prop of the week is going to be Kyren Williams over 81.5 rushing yards, and the reason I'm going to be taking this prop is because the Seattle Seahawks have one of the worst run defenses in the league, ranked 4th worst against the run, giving up 148.4 yards a game. Kyren Williams had a huge game against the Vikings, 97 rushing yards, 91, I forget what it was, on 20-plus touches. If they give him that amount of volume, I think that he is going to hit that over pretty damn easily. My hot take of the week is going to be Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier are going to combine for 170 5+ yards on the ground. And the reason I'm taking this is because Dallas's run defense is absolutely terrible. We saw backup Isaac Guerrero run all over them last week. They are the second worst, actually tied first worst rushing defense at 154.6 rushing yards a game. And now they're going to be coming in against a two-headed monster with Tyler Algier and Bijan Robinson, and I just doubt that they're going to be able to stop them, and the game plan is going to run it down their throats. I expect huge games out of both of them and possibly even maybe 100 yards from each. Monday Night Football game, I'm going to be taking the Chiefs over the Bucks. No surprise here. I think the Chiefs defense is going to dominate the Buccaneers offense. Obviously, the Bucks still don't have weapons because Godwin is done for the season. Evans doesn't come back till week 12. They still played a very good game against the Falcons, but however, the Falcons' defense is not very good. So I do expect the defense for the Chiefs to lock them down and honestly put a good beating to them as well. To end up the video, we are going to go to the rapid fire round, breaking down every single game within one sentence. In the Saints versus the Panthers, I'm going to be taking the Saints. Honestly, there's no reason needed here. The Saints are the better team, and Derek Carr should be coming back. Bills against the Dolphins, I'm going to be taking the Bills over the Fins, mainly because they own Miami, and they've been playing consistent and better football for a longer time. Chargers and Browns, I'm going to be taking the Chargers, and mainly because the Chargers defense is going to be too much for Cleveland and Jameis is going to throw interceptions. Falcons and Cowboys, I'm going to be taking the Falcons over the Cowboys, like I said, because of the run defense. The Cowboys aren't going to be able to stop this Falcons offense that is blazing. Bengals and Raiders, I'm going to be taking the Bengals over the Raiders, mainly because this is a must-win game for Cincinnati, and the Raiders are just not good enough to beat this team. The Ravens and the Broncos, I'm going to be taking the Ravens over the Broncos because the Ravens offense is extremely good. Yes, the Denver defense is good, but I feel like the Ravens offense is going to outpower the defense, and even though the Ravens have a terrible defense, the Broncos offense is not going to be able to do what they should be able to do. Cardinals and Bears, I'm going to be taking the Cardinals in this one, mainly because of home field advantage. I also think that the Cardinals offense is rolling a lot smoother than the Bears. Eagles and Jaguars, I'm going to be taking the Eagles in this one. The Eagles offense is way too powerful and dynamic. The Jags lost a lot of their weapons, and their defense is not going to be able to stop the Eagles whatsoever. In the last game, Rams and Seattle, I'm going to be taking the Rams because their offense is on fire. The Seattle defense has been shown susceptible to really good offenses. So I expect the Rams to get a pretty nice win and take advantage of this division. And as always, I give luck and screw over a team each week. So let's see what we do here. For the screwing over, number team 20, number 12 gets good luck, and number 20 gets unlucky. The New Orleans Saints are going to get lucky this week, and the Miami Dolphins are going to get unlucky this week. That is it for today's video. If the Saints are your team, good for you. If the Dolphins aren't, well, I'm sorry. So that's going to be it. See you guys in the next one. Peace.